Angelo. This is KLST's broadcast of the Veterans Day Parade, sponsored by Concho Valley Door, Trans-Texas Southwest Credit Union, and CTWP.
Good morning and welcome to the 18th Annual San Angelo Veterans Day Parade. I'm Carolyn McEnroe with KLST.
Yeah, I'm Greg Kerr. So glad you're with us this morning. This is the 30th anniversary of Desert Storm. This parade will commemorate that along with the 20th anniversary of 9/11.
And I'm Chris Boone, a Navy veteran for 12 years, and meteorologist at KLST.
We've had a chilly morning already. Temperatures
cool.
in the upper 40s right now. We also want to welcome from Goodfellow Air Force Base today Lieutenant Stephen Garrett, who is here to help us learn about everything we're going. And the parade is right in front of us. We're at the corner of Concho and Oaks, and it is underway right now as we see some of our first dignitaries this morning.
Yes, thanks, Carolyn. So right here,
Armor Guard already went through.
Yeah. So the Joint Service Color Guard has representatives from each branch of military service, and included the flag of the newest branch, the Space Force, as well.
Good morning, Grand Marshal Parade of our parade this morning. Colonel Matthew Rauman and his wife Cody and their son there on that beautiful orange Jeep. There's San Angelo Mayor Brenda Gunder. Members of the San Angelo Jeep Club helping with our parade this morning, getting our dignitaries down the route.
And the fifth car coming through is, as we mentioned, the mayor. Ms. Gunner has been the mayor in San Angelo since 2017. She's San Angelo's first female mayor.
She's actually in her second term as San Angelo's first woman mayor.
Yeah, a little cool this morning, but it's been a great crowd showing up today. You know, I was here last year. This was my first event that I was with you guys with KLST. Coming through on this parade. It's so important for the community, and it's amazing how many people show up for this.
As we're celebrating or marking the anniversary of 9/11 20 years ago, we're also honoring first responders during this parade this year, and this is Ladder 7 with the San Angelo Fire Department. That ladder on the back has it a 75-foot reach, 7.5 stories.
Amazing. 179 classified personnel at 8 fire stations and 1 training center for the San Angelo Fire Department. All 179 are certified as firefighters and paramedics and do a great service for the city.
We also have a number of volunteer fire departments from all around the area who play a very key role in fighting fires for people who live outside the city limits who are in the parade today. The Grape Creek Volunteer Fire Department with family members and children. Good morning.
Well, Grape Creek is district champions. I saw last night. They won their football game, and I think it's their first district championship, so they're excited out in Grape Creek.
That's kind of from the north of San Angelo and Tom Green County, and then from the west side of Tom Green County into Arion County, we have the Dove Creek Volunteer Fire Department.
And you know, Chris, a lot of times these volunteer fire departments don't get the recognition they deserve for the hard work they put in to help their communities.
How many did we count from Grape Creek? That's 1, 2, 3.
It's a big volunteer fire department in Grape Creek.
Lieutenant Garrett, you are originally from Ohio, went to school in Kentucky. Do you have volunteer fire departments there? Have you ever kind of heard of that, or is that something that you've learned about in West Texas?
So I haven't seen a full community that had like just entirely a volunteer fire department before, but it is absolutely great to see that even though the pay might be different, you still have the qualified personnel to keep your community safe.
And we just saw the Dove Creek Volunteer Fire Department go through.
Take a look at that one. That's a four-wheel drive, go over anything, whether it's cactus or mesquite or anything else.
And now the Eden Fire Department, represented today out of Concho County. It's good to have all these fire departments with us today. More of the Eden Volunteer Fire Department.
You know, they lost 2 officers earlier this year. You may remember in May, Sergeant Stephen Jones with the Eden Police Department and Deputy Samuel Leonard with the Concho County Sheriff's Department, and they are still remembering them in a tragic shooting.
Yes, both of those gentlemen served their county very proudly. The Christoval Fire Department, volunteer fire department, serving 50 years out in Christoval.
Chris, you know, it hasn't been a big year for wildfires. We haven't had to worry about that because of the rainfall.
Yeah, we had an increased rainfall, and it's been pretty quiet as far as the heat went for this summer. It was a pretty quiet summer. So fortunately, they didn't get a whole lot of work given the quiet lack of wildfires rather going through much of the summer.
One thing you might have noticed on the fire department that just went past is they had a prisoner of war missing in action flag on their fire truck. It's really common to see folks in public service that have a military background. A lot of times folks that have been in the military will wind up being drawn to these sorts of jobs and still want to find ways to serve their communities as they had been in the military.
Yeah, good point, yeah.
We're seeing a lot of that in the parade today. As people come along down the parade route. Again, we're at the corner of Concho and South Oak. Shannon Medical Center, one of the largest employers in the Concho Valley area, and they're on their float this morning with us. As we look off in the distance, they have lots of people of all ages on the float.
They do. And we also had the float contest today, right?
We did.
And third place went to the American Heritage Girls. Second place, Republican National Hispanic Assembly. And the winner of the float was Ambleside. And they are float number 51. They'll come through here very shortly. We'll see what effort they put in for their winning float.
Shane Plymell, the Chief CEO at Shannon Medical Center, Dr. Doug Schultz, Chief Medical Officer, everybody at Shannon, nurses, doctors, technicians, everybody have a very busy couple of years, and we appreciate everything they do. Good morning. Is that the support group? Did you see the wagon and the dogs and everybody behind them?
Yeah, it's a big dog.
I think that dog was wearing shoes.
I think it was. Got a long walk this morning. All right, coming through now is Stephen Linda Diaz, U.S. Navy Pettit Officer Second Class. Juan Rubio was awarded 2 Purple Hearts and the Silver Star. He served as a medical field service technician. Served in both Operation Iraqi Freedom and Operation Enduring Freedom. Native of San Angelo is Juan Rubio.
You know, we're honoring veterans all the way back to World War II, the Korean War, the Vietnam War, obviously Desert Storm and Operation Enduring Freedom in Afghanistan. All of those conflicts today during this Veterans Day Parade.
And there's an Afghanistan veteran right there, Cody McCartney. Chris Reels is driving the Jeep from the West Texas Mafia Truck Club.
And Sergeant First Class
Thank you for your service.
McCartney had over 20 years in the U.S. Army, in both Afghanistan twice and Iraq once.
And like you were saying, a lot of those men and women who retire go into law enforcement after they retire. In fact, San Angelo has such a large community of retirees who are still working in second careers and those who are just retired.
Daniel Parra is an Iraqi veteran. U.S. Army Airborne Infantry from 2004 to 2008, served 2 deployments in Iraq. Another Iraqi veteran, Pedro Samuel Martinez, U.S. Navy Seabees, joined the U.S. Navy in September of '96, retired in January of 2021. This year served in Fallujah, Iraq from 05 to 06.
Another Iraq veteran in a classic 79 Corvette. That's an official pace car. Steve Alvey is the driver today. Tercel Otinero was in the U.S. Army after 9/11. Honored to continue service to a military community. He's on the Military Family Support Liaison Department at the Workforce Solutions here in the Concho Valley. They, and along with a lot of other organizations in the area, help veterans find jobs after they get out of the service.
And this is Jennifer Cardenas, a Women Veterans Navy Chief, representing all women veterans. Obviously the big fan club across the way from us here. Ms. Cardenas is an active duty Navy chief stationed at Goodfellow. She's a native of Puerto Rico and has served in the U.S. Navy for 19 and a half years.
All right, the next float we have, or car we have, this is a Vietnam veteran, Lieutenant Colonel retired John McElroy. He's with the U.S. Air Force. 25 years of active duty as a B-52 radar navigator, squadron commander, and maintenance officer. Led a squadron to win 2 Air Force-wide awards as commander. Flew over 300 combat missions during the Vietnam War.
Yep, Colonel McElroy has 326 combat missions in Vietnam.
Think about that.
Yeah, that's amazing. Gulf War veteran Richard Cornell served 1 year in the U.S. Navy, 8 years in the U.S. Army, originally from Ohio. Steve?
Hey, I've been there.
Moved to San Angelo in 2020. You're from Ohio.
Yes, sir.
What part of Ohio?
I grew up on a little farm just west of Dayton, Ohio.
So you understand.
No recognizable town there, but most people know where Ohio is. It's the third cornfield on the left, and you'd find our place back there.
What inspired you to join the U.S. military?
Well, growing up, I always wanted to be in the military and be a part of something bigger than myself.
That's a 1966 Ford Mustang. Robert
Love a good
Poylar's
pony car.
driving.
Yeah, look at that. With the original plates on the front, too. That's even
In memory
more
of
antique-ish. I love that.
Staff Sergeant Lorenzo Chaps.
There's a big argument about Mustangs versus Camaros, but folks, I think the winner of that has to be a Plymouth.
Yes,
Right,
and there
right
it
here.
is.
That thing is gorgeous.
That's a Plymouth
Love
Fury,
to go for
I
a
think,
ride
isn't it?
right there.
That's
Korean War
Korean.
veteran Gene Hargraves. That beautiful, fantastic. Look at that. Look at the white walls on it, commemorating all veterans of the Korean War service period this morning.
World War II veteran Hubert Wilde is coming through. Happy birthday. Wilde, 96 years old. Hubert Wilde, 96 years old. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Mr.
Yes, that's amazing. He landed in France in December of 1944. They loaded us on a train directly to the front, is what he says. Fought the Germans up to Forbach, France. We were clearing all buildings. 1945. Amazing.
So up next we have, in memory of Colonel Michael Rader, who served in the United States Air Force for over 30 years of active service.
American Legion service flags. Tell us about those, Lieutenant Garrett.
Yeah, so here you'll see each of the service flags, but representing each branch. But the one I want to point out, especially commemorating what we're talking about here today, is the one in the middle, the black flag, the prisoner of war missing in action. And so while we're thanking the veterans today and remembering those who served, we want to take a special moment to remember the folks that never came home, the folks that are still out there, to the families that don't know and don't have answers. So we remember those who were prisoners of war and those that still we don't know where they are. And we hope that they will come home soon as well.
We were talking about Veterans Groups, Combat Veterans Outreach in the parade this morning to have the phone number on the back. If you need help, you can look at that number and call. Always there, willing to help people.
There's veteran Terry Cook for the Fleet Reserve Association Branch 295, established in 1924. The Fleet Reserve lobbies U.S. Capitol on behalf of the Navy, Marine Corps, and Coast Guard.
Chris, I don't know if a lot of people know you are a Navy veteran.
Yes, 12 years. I did the weather with the Navy, and now I'm kind of basically transitioned pretty smoothly to doing it here.
And you travel the world.
We got to do a little bit of traveling, and you know, we've probably seen a lot of these vehicles. The All-American Chevrolet is one of the volunteers that have offered those vehicles to kind of give people the opportunity. We also had the truck club, the Mafia truck club, as well as the Jeep club. So again, a lot of people volunteering to make this event possible.
Yeah, Chris joined the Navy just to see the world, 70% water.
Yeah.
Is that what you found out, Chris?
There's plenty of it.
A lot of water out there.
This is the West Texas VA Clinic. The West Texas VA mission is serving the health care needs of America's veterans through excellence of service. VA Clinic here in town is at 4240 Southwest Boulevard. It's across from Sunset Mall. It's their 10th year of participation in the Veterans Day Parade.
And they have good service, too. I've gone up there a couple times, though.
Yeah,
The All Women Veterans Alliance coming through on your screen now. It's an 8-week program, provides a unique social network of women veterans to help people connect and build relationships. The All Women Veterans Alliance. It's a new organization here in San Angelo, created for women veterans by women veterans. The purpose to encourage, empower, and strengthen like-minded women veterans.
And then we have the Disabled American Veterans Chapter 237. Veteran Luis Martinez is on board the float. They're dedicated to a single purpose, empowering veterans to lead high-quality lives with respect and dignity and assist in filing VA claims.
You know, VFW Post 1815 in San Angelo is one of the oldest continually active posts in the entire United States. And they do a lot of fun things. They have dances, they have shopping events, and they have all kinds of people in the group. Good morning.
Well, here come the formations from Goodfellow Air Force Base, and up first you're going to see the oldest military branch, the United States Army. Marching past here is the 344th Military Intelligence Battalion. They're responsible for intelligence and cyber training at Goodfellow Air Force Base of soldiers that come from all around the world, complete their training here in San Angelo, and then are sent to different places throughout the world to continue to protect the homeland.
You know, it was in the early 90s that Goodfellow became a joint service, both intel and then later fire department training, and it's been a joint mission now. It didn't start that way. It started as a flight training school for pilots back even before World War II. There you are, Chris.
Oh, yeah, there's got to get some little bit of Navy action in there.
Navy whites.
Yes. Tough to keep clean.
This might be my favorite part of the parade right here. I love this, the pageantry of it.
I learned something interesting about the uniforms, even on base earlier this week at Goodfellow. There's actually a certain time of the year when, whether it's Marines or Navy members or whoever, adjust uniforms.
Yes, so they'll switch from dress whites to dress blues during the winter, and so then during the spring and summer, they switch back over to the dress whites as well.
All right, well, here come my people now.
Yes.
It's the 17th Training Wing at Goodfellow Air Force Base. You're going to see three different groups come past here. And first up is Lieutenant Colonel Mason leading the 17th Training Group. So this group is responsible for all of the students at Goodfellow Air Force Base that come through the Air Force for training. And that's going to include both firefighting training as well as the intel and linguist training that happens at Goodfellow Air Force Base. And then following them is the mission support group and the medical group, which are integral parts to the success of the mission at Goodfellow Air Force Base.
About 14,000 or so students come through every year, whether it's the intel and reconnaissance students or the fire training students, and you will operate and provide all of those services, medical, food, all of that you have to have operational with that many people coming in and out.
All right, coming up next is the Central High School Junior ROTC. And Steve, you started out in the ROTC, right? And I guess you did too, Chris, didn't you?
I did JROTC in high school, and if you do 3 years, you'll actually move up in rank starting after boot camp. You'll start off as an E3. So there's actually some benefits to taking these types of courses at high school that actually translate directly into the military.
Did you find that, Steve? Did you start in high school?
No, I didn't. So we actually saw just in between these groups the ROTC from ASU. So at the university programs, and this is a program that is run throughout the nation. All services have this, but it's a method to recruit officers. And so they'll go to college and go to their regular classes, but then also receive military training part-time while they're in school and getting their education.
Yeah, Central's Junior ROTC with 118 cadets. Now we have the Lakeview Junior ROTC as well. Been part of the San Angelo community for 28 years, headed by Major retired Jason Esquell and
Master Sergeant
Kyle Mantell.
So just recently, with the formation of the Space Force, there are now 5 Air Force JROTC units in the United States that spread over and actually crossed over and are now Space Force Junior ROTC programs to give high school students exposure to space career fields and potentially exposure to join the Space Force in the future.
What is Space Force? What did you learn? Say at the junior ROTC level.
So in Air Force Junior ROTC, a lot of the education is going to be focused on aerospace and flight, and so it's not only about military education but also about learning about flight and aerospace science. And so the Space Force JROTC is going to reflect that similarly as well and teach high schoolers about space career fields as well.
We have to mention the Ram Jam will take place, starts at 3 o'clock this afternoon at the Janelle Alumni Center, the final home game of the season for the Angelo State University Rams, and it's Military Appreciation Night. So if you are an active military, veteran, retired, whatever, you get in free to the Football game tonight starts at 6 o'clock.
And
Yeah.
you'll see me there.
All right, very good, yeah. Angelo State taking on what used to be East Texas State. Was it East Texas A&M now? What is that out there?
West Texas A&M
West-
University.
yeah.
Central High School Band. They had a game in Abilene on Thursday. They are back in San Angelo as far as today.
Mighty Bobcat Band is one of the premier organizations at Central High School. The band's directed by Jason Jones with assistants Mike Berry, Stephanie Dearborn, Kristen Ellis, Caleb Leonard, and Crystal Mendez. 85 years of the Bobcat Band, Carolyn. 85 years. It's a big band.
That's the fight song.
No battle hymns. Beautiful. Yeah, Steve, you're talking about the Space Force. It intrigues me just because it's space. Have they found that forming the Space Force has been welcomed and received?
Absolutely. What we've realized is that we need to catch up with technology, right? So if you think about it, so much of our everyday life relies on things like satellites for global communication. And so a very an efficient way to cripple communication of an adversary would be to not have control of those satellites. And so setting up ways for us to protect our interests in space is definitely going to keep the homeland much more safe.
Those were the Prep Academy little dancers going by with their gold pom-poms today in San Angelo. Dancers at Prep Academy's elite prep dance teams range from 5 to 15.
It's the West Texas Mafia Truck Club helping out with the parade today in several different ways. It's the Lifted Truck Club. West Texas Mafia Truck Club remembers 9/11 by escorting veteran VIPs during this parade, and they are certainly appreciated.
And look at these little cuties. Fort Concho Elementary Cheer Squad. Several dozen strong.
3rd, 4th, and 5th graders. They perform at Lakeview Central ASU basketball games. They get around. They strut their stuff. Doing great.
And if you stay tuned, Greg's going to do some cartwheels for
You know
us
I
a little
should.
bit later.
I'd be so dizzy. And this is Johnson's funeral home. Riding in this Cadillac Escalade are retired veterans.
Vietnam veteran Gene Potter, staff sergeant from 67 to 68 in Vietnam, inside that vehicle this morning.
We got Lori Wilson, who's a candidate for county commissioner. Homegrown, true to the core conservatives. Deep personal love for veterans and military members. Good luck to Lori.
Here comes our other high school band this morning, Lakeview Band, led by the Lakeview Chiefettes. Lakeview Chieftain Band under the direction of Josh Bailey, Jesse Bailey, Sarah Clark, and Victoria Gonzalez. Drum majors, Hannah Hudson and Mariah Martinez.
They're feeling good today because Lakeview won last night.
Handling.
Big Spring, yeah.
That was a great game.
Yeah, it was a thriller. So they're headed to the playoffs, feeling good about their victory over Big Spring. And following Lakeview is the Texas Southwest Council, BSA, Pac-22. Forming youngsters. And next is Concho Valley Transit. Proudly supports all veterans and offers transportation service to all individuals in need. Offer discounted rates for active duty military personnel.
You know, there are a lot of discounted rates at restaurants and businesses and all kinds of things. Of course, November 11th is next week on Thursday, but there are a lot of restaurants around the area.
Yeah, a lot of local areas. I've already planned my day out. Usually they have a couple of free meals, and the companies offer the free meals, but the service is not free. So if you are going to go out and take advantage, sure, make sure you're tipping, because again, bringing people that free meal, it's not exactly free as far as the service goes.
So you have it mapped out?
Yeah, I have it mapped out. I go through and plan out my day as far as those free meals go.
Well, you deserve it.
That's right.
You and all the others. Texas Southwest Council Boy Scouts of America, Pac-22. Do you see their little tent? I don't see anybody inside. The
last year, I think they had a campfire. This year, they've upgraded.
We can almost use a campfire today. And that right there is the Concho Valley Transit coming through. There's more Pack 22. Pack 22 is big.
I think the Boy Scouts had a larger show of force than the military.
We have some Webelos or Cub Scouts in there too, maybe. There we go. They're the little guys.
Yeah.
Hands up for veterans. Pack 7. They're the Webelos.
And more Scouts.
Here you see some of the United States Marines representing Toys for Tots program that's run by the United States Marine Reserves.
You know, you see them on the corners of busy streets around San Angelo. You see them at H-E-B grocery stores, and they're always so courteous and so gracious, and you can help with donations or with toy donations throughout this season, which is starting pretty soon.
And who better to keep Santa safe than the United States Marine with that security detail surrounding the big man himself.
That's right. And there's the Suez Shrine Temple, 1959 Cadillac Custom Ambulance. Very cool.
Oldest Calliope in Texas, too. Do they have the Calliope? There it is, right behind the old Cadillac.
Yeah. And behind that Calliope is one of my favorite cars of all time, the Nash Metropolitan. I've always wanted one of those, Carol, and I don't know why.
Do they go fast?
Look, no, they don't go fast. They're little nothing cars. But I love those things, and I don't know why. Although I love the one behind it, too. The Chevelle. Hey there.
How many? You can
I want that car.
You can only get 2 people in there. Good morning.
I know. But it's convertible, you know.
Any room in the trunk? Is there a trunk?
Not much of one. Just a parade of custom cars here with the Mustang, the Chevelle, then you got the Camaro. This is big.
Which one goes the fastest?
I would guess that Chevelle probably does. That's what I'm guessing.
He's going to test it for you, the Mustang.
They want to go.
He didn't like you said that.
I'm sorry.
Oh, and there's an older model Camaro.
Yeah, sweet.
Do these classify as antique cars now?
Yeah, they're antique cars. Yeah, muscle cars. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Look at that, the racer.
That's a real track racer.
Yeah, that's representing firefighters, and that's
yeah, the Boy
nice
Scouts. Now we have some Girl Scouts. Oh, look at that. They are packed in this morning. All with American flags.
You might notice the red shirts. The red stands for an acronym that they use for Remember Everyone Deployed. And so a lot of people use those red shirts to kind of raise awareness that we still have troops serving.
That's true. 5006 Girl Scouts of Central Texas. Pearl Service Unit has actually provided opportunities for girls for more than 80 years in this area. And they thank all veterans.
This is a large parade today. You know, last year we had the COVID going on, and the turnout wasn't as nice as it is today.
We should mention there are people lined up. Of course, we're at Concho and Oaks, but the parade route winds all the way through downtown, and there are hundreds and hundreds of people as far down as we can see in each direction.
And just from being involved in the planning, you've seen so many entries here that organizers were telling me earlier that they had way more entries than they had even before COVID. So definitely a huge turnout this year.
And coming up next is the American Heritage Girls. American Heritage Girls.
They won third place in the float division in the float competition. Congratulations to them.
Absolutely. American Heritage Girls is a faith-based scout-type character development program. The AHG program is dedicated to the mission of building women of integrity through service to God, family, community, and country. And we can tell that just by their float. That's well done. Third place deserved.
West Texas Rehab Center. The hospice program moved into the rehab center not too long ago. as they provide services for anybody, no matter what the ability to pay is, for thousands of people across the Concho Valley. That's the second Statue of Liberty we've seen this morning.
Lady Liberty, yeah.
Good morning.
The Angelo Catholic Schools coming through now. Land of the free because of the brave. So aptly put, Angelo Catholic Schools, a private school that serves students from pre-K to 8th grade. San Angelo Association of Realtors.
Is that Usella? It is.
There's Usella. I love those sheep.
We have one at the station
Yes, we
now.
do. We have a new one at the station, yes.
I forgot what ours is. What is ours?
I don't recall.
Breaking news.
Breaking news.
Breaking news,
And that's
yeah.
E-W-E-S.
Who came up with that?
How could you forget that name?
Yeah, really. There's La Esperanza Clinic. La Esperanza Clinic now has a mobile clinic and has taken primary care to the streets. They're currently visiting Miles, Murchison, Robert Lee, Bront, and Grape Creek.
That's a huge mobile trailer. They can do all kinds of things. See people in there, give vaccination shots.
Yeah, provides full medical care.
And here we've got our second place float coming in.
Republican National Hispanic Assembly. I believe in Faith, Family, and Freedom, they honor the 2977 who were killed on 9/11 by saying their names. Very nice tribute.
Howard College veterans. You know, I thought this was interesting. The roots of Howard College, connected obviously to veterans in the Concho Valley, started in 1945, Howard County, at the former Big Spring Army Air Base Bombardier School. Now under the direction of a military-friendly, obviously, and spouse-friendly school, Howard College has supported veterans for 75 years. Interesting history.
Yeah, and student veterans are a good group because usually you kind of feel out of place with regular college students, so you kind of bond with your fellow veterans, kind of be a little bit older. It's always kind of a great group to kind of hang out. I was part of my Student Veterans Association at Mississippi State and absolutely loved it, so doing great things.
You know, we don't often think of that in current times as students coming back after serving, you know, think of that, but that is happening right now, isn't it?
Yeah, so you have like kind of a generational gap between students, and they're absolutely a great asset for people to kind of get you the tools and help you transition from military service kind of back into college or into your professional career.
As Kona Ice, they are celebrating veterans and making it through the parade. On the side of their truck, thank you, veterans from Kona Ice.
Making you think of warm tropical breezes.
Which we don't have today.
Here comes the first place winner in the float category in today's Veterans Day Parade, Ambleside School. And as we get a closer look, we'll get to see they have a long group coming up Concho now.
They've got a bagpiper. That's impressive in itself. That's one of the most difficult instruments to play is the bagpipe.
I've always been pretty good myself at playing the spoons.
Oh, there you go, yes.
So to give you an idea of what they're doing with their float now and what their ideas, you see them go by, they are creating snapshots of 9/11, paying homage to first responders and veterans who are true heroes. We have to also say, if you know Rosendo Rosie Velez, who grew up in New York City, he's a paramedic, and he moved to San Angelo not long after the September 11th terrorist attacks in New York. He's been a member of the San Angelo community for years now, and this Ambleside entry today in the parade is also honoring him.
And there's more Ambleside coming through as well. Very creative and thought out float and presentation today. I can see why they won first place. Very good.
Take a look at this float,
yes.
And everybody on this one coming through now behind the white pickup truck.
You know, and today's parade is to commemorate the 20th anniversary of 9/11.
That's something. Take a look at that.
Yeah.
With the rebar.
Oh, it's kind of emotional.
Some familiar faces.
Oh, look, and there's KSAN, our friends at KSAN and KLST coming through.
Matt, Ryan, Brittany, Morgan, McKaylin, Jaden.
I can't believe
Caleb?
they're up this early.
Sonora. And they're being escorted by 4 veterans, U.S. Marine Corps members who help recruit Marine members in the San Angelo area.
There's the Blue Cross Blue Shield Blue Bear.
Yes.
And then is that Buddy Bear?
Yes.
Buddy's a blue bear.
Blue Bear Buddies. Window Depot. Paying tribute to veterans.
Is that a Harley? What is that motorcycle? No.
It's a chopped down
Indian? Oh, okay.
Indian. I don't like that. Texas veterans for veterans. Sometimes I just get caught up looking at the floats. You know, kind of enjoying the day.
Our Diamond Miss, both state and national queens. Congratulations to them. Nice to have them in the parade this morning. Do they have the wave? Do you have your wave down? Practice your wave.
Oh, there it is. There it goes. There's the royalty wave.
So do it for everybody as you go.
You know, it definitely is, like you said, Greg, it is emotional to think about, as we've seen so many of these floats commemorating 9/11, remembering veterans who've made the sacrifice to leave their family and friends behind, remembering those that gave the ultimate sacrifice, and especially thinking about those folks that were in New York City when the unthinkable happened, and were without any hesitation rushing into buildings to make sure folks got out safe. Without those efforts, we would have lost way more lives in that tragedy.
You know, it's interesting. Your Colonel Matthew Ryleman, the 17-wing training commander, talked about how he had come to intel school here at Goodfellow, and then he was immediately sent to Beale Air Force Base in California. And within just a few weeks of 9/11, he was working, giving briefings to commanders about what was going on. And I thought that's something. It kind of brings it home for you about how, even though it seems like 20 years ago, you know, it is 20 years ago.
20 years ago, yeah.
There are a lot of stories that people in this area can tell you who have direct connection to it.
All right, coming through now is the Salvation Army of San Angelo, serving the community since 1901. They served also in the 9/11 efforts, and they're here today to honor veterans and the memory of September 11th.
And Greg, there goes that extremely recognizable red kettle.
Yes.
Start seeing at the grocery stores this time of year.
That's right. Yeah, I thought their presentation of the firemen on the back of that float from the Ambleside was, wow, that was
moving.
Yeah, it was. Very well done. And I guess most of us remember where we were that day. I remember turning on the TV going, oh, this can't be happening. What is this? And then Texas Department of Transportation, TxDOT, which is right next to our station.
Horn.
Yes.
Good morning.
TxDOT encouraging veterans to consider employment with our agency. Trucks are driven by 2 employees who are veterans. TxDOT also wants to remind the public to help end the streak. Hashtag end the streak. It's been 21 years since Texas had a day with 0 fatalities on our roadways. It goes all the way back to November 7th of 2000.
You know, it's getting to that time of year, too, when the TxDOT guys, when we have some freezing weather.
Start looking at cooler temperatures, start looking at treating those roads. But, I mean, nothing for at least the next 7 days, so give them a little bit of a break.
And hopefully not last winter. When treating didn't even help.
Look at all these Jeeps. Members of the San Angelo Jeep Club have lined up this morning as far as we can see. Lots of them.
And the San Angelo Jeep Club actually hosts several events throughout the year that support our veteran community here in San Angelo.
That one's titled Hot Mess.
The Navy and the Air Force flag. A lot of flags on these Jeeps,
Yes.
too.
You know, Greg, it's interesting you were saying that most of us will remember where we were 20 years ago, but if you think about it, now that it's been 20 years ago, it's even more important that we hold events and we remember what happened on those days, because many students that are now in college about to go into the workforce had no connection to that because they were just too young or weren't even born yet.
That's right. Yep. I was in Greensboro, North Carolina. Got a call. Look at the TV.
You know, that's interesting. People who live history versus people who are learning about history who, you know...
Yeah, and it inspired a generation. I know a lot of people from my high school, we saw it in high school, and we were right at that age where you're about to get into that military. So it changed the course for a lot of people who decided, hey, this is more serious. So we, decided to join the military as a result of, seeing 9/11 and everything that happened with that.
And not just with 9/11 specifically, but with all events throughout our history. We had one World War II veteran earlier in the parade whose birthday was today. And it's truly amazing to see somebody from that generation that went through the experiences that he saw storming the beaches to remind us of what happened that has kept us safe from what was going on 80 years ago.
And most of us, Steve, have no idea what that must have been like. Just the sheer, yes, you're representing your country, but just the sheer fear of not knowing what your next step might bring.
A lot of those World War II veterans wouldn't talk about it. Didn't say anything, wouldn't tell the stories, wouldn't say anything.
Yeah.
Have you counted how many Jeeps we have?
Bunch.
I started to.
Great.
Lost count. I can't count that.
All different kinds. You have one for going off-road. You have the more luxurious types. You have almost every flag.
Yeah, and a lot of them with nicknames. Firestorm coming through.
I saw Willie's on one of them a minute ago, as in Willie's Jeep.
Yeah, there's Zonk.
And you told us what that stands for one time, Willie's Jeep.
So there was some contested history on that, because the word Jeep had been used for four-wheel vehicles prior, but there was a rumor that from World War II that the abbreviation for the Jeep was GP, which meant general purpose, and so it had given some rise to the popularity of the term Jeep.
That's right.
So that might have kind of solidified the name. So again,
general purpose.
Now Hummer definitely got it. Hummer was definitely derived from the Humvees, and so again, that military lingo can carry over into the civilian world as well. So
Horny Toad.
Didn't we see
in West Texas?
Yeah, right. Didn't we see kind of the rise of the Humvee during the Iraqi war? Wasn't it pretty much then?
That's what it
kind of realized
stood
Humvees
for high mobility, multi-purpose wheeled vehicle, but nobody wanted to say that, so they abbreviated it Humvee, and then Humvees became Hummers, and that's kind of how the lingo changed and affected our normal day.
Yeah, you think also 30 years ago when Desert Storm began, it's like, what, 30 years ago? It's hard to believe.
Yeah.
I remember watching, the missiles, and it was quite amazing to watch
67 International. That's
classic.
What a great looking truck.
Yeah.
Nice looking truck.
Sure is.
All right, did we get the final tally on the Jeeps?
Must have been 15 or 20.
I saw at least 3 out there.
More than 2.
All right, next up is the Fort Concho NHL.
We talk about the military history in San Angelo with Goodfellow. It actually started way before that in the late 1800s with San Angelo's Fort Concho, just down the street on South Oaks here. Director Bob Bluthart leading the group this morning, the infantry.
It's a nice float as well. Well done.
History reenactment. A lot of people take part in that at Fort Concho. Cavalry, too.
Beautiful horses coming through.
It almost reminds me of the rodeo parade where you start to see more horses.
Yes, you do. Tom Green County 4-H Horse Club. This is the Tom Green County Horse Club. They're a service-minded club providing opportunities to learn, practice, and compete in equine events, including judging as well as riding. They've won awards from the county to state level. And if you love horses, that's a place for you.
So I see the San Angelo Police Department motorcycle officer here, wrapping up our Veterans Day Parade this morning.
And they're just one of many volunteers that made this possible. Obviously, we want to thank the City of San Angelo that continues their cooperation supporting for the Veterans Parade and all veterans that are participating in this parade. So it's, again, one of the many people, as well as Sunbelt Oil and Gas. They donated the lift that allows for us to get these camera
Tyler
views.
Up there?
That we
That's
kind of
Tyler in the camera up there on the lift. We want to thank you, too, Lieutenant Garrett and all of the help from Goodfellow Air Force Base.
Thank you so much for having me, Carolyn. And a special thanks needs to go out to the San Angelo community, right? Because we really have a great community here for the folks at the base, and an opportunity, and so we really appreciate all of their support. And events like this that they put on for the base community and for the veterans in the area.
You know, whether it's the school system or civic events or all of that, that Goodfellow has been a really important part of this community for decades now.
And Chris, as you've kind of looked back on your career in the military as well, and what does a parade like this mean to you?
I think it speaks to the support that the community would have for the veteran community, where it says that, you're very welcomed here. It's kind of that we're never going to abandon you. We're never going to give up on you. We're always going to help out. And that speaks volumes to the number of retirees that choose to come back and pick San Angelo as home because they know that support has kind of been here. And having the military base obviously is very helpful as well, because you see the transition from the active duty as well as to the retirees.
Well, this is my second Veterans Day parade here in San Angelo. I love it. I really do.
It's so nice to see a lot of these veterans and their families who we've seen right here in front of us. A lot of them with their hats with their insignia on them that you just love to go talk to and hear their stories. And it is so nice. It makes this country and community so much richer to have them here and to have you all here. How much longer will you be here?
So I'm going to be in San Angelo for about 2 more years, and then be sent to a different base. Yeah.
So you got here in May, right?
Yes, sir.
Is that right? Yeah. Okay. What's your impression?
San Angelo has been a great community for me personally. A lot of people have told me it was small, but the farm town I grew up in, Ohio, had 1,200 people. So
it's big.
So San Angelo is quite the large metropolis to me.
Well, we appreciate your insight today. You've added a lot of nice information for us, and I've learned something from you as well just by listening.
Appreciate you all so much for having me.
You bet, Steve. Yeah.
Thank you, and thank you for joining us. We hope you enjoy the rest of your day.
Thanks for watching KLST's broadcast of this year's Veterans Day Parade, sponsored by Concho Valley Door, Trans Texas Southwest Credit Union, and CTWP.